greatness. Hi everyone, you already know it's another week and another blessing, and as usual, this is the Ownership and Greatness Show. I'm your host Joe Chege, and I'm glad to have you here today. Super blessed to be able to see another day. As usual, we don't take it for granted. And I came in today with a word, something that I was just thinking about over the weekend. Someone said something on the interwebs that actually resonated with me. He said the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. And do you know what the next or the second best time to plant a tree is? It's today. What do I mean when I say that? Sometimes in life, when we think about where we are or the strides we've been able to make, to some of us, we might feel like, or you might feel like you're not where you envisioned yourself. Because we all had dreams and aspirations while we were growing up. And sometimes life doesn't go based on how we plan. We have, I would say, obstacles here and there. Or sometimes we choose a path thinking that's the right one for us, and things change. And so we are forced to, I would say, take a detour. Which is healthy, because at the end of the day, for you to become better, you have to make mistakes. Not only mistakes, you have to unlearn some things and relearn some new things to be able to step into the next level. So just thinking about that, I would say, quote, it made me realize that when we feel like we are not gonna make it, or when we feel like it's too late for us, that's when we should actually reignite the dream or the vision that we had. Because some of you have heard about the KFC owner. I would say the guy who actually started the KFC brand. He didn't start it until he was almost like he was in his 70s. That's when he actually got his breakthrough. I think his name is Captain Sanders. I'm not sure. I don't want to chop his name or mess it up. But his story is so intriguing and amazing, because he had an idea and a recipe for this fried chicken, and he went out there pitching the idea to different people, but everyone kept on ignoring him, or they didn't want to support his vision and dream. And I guess they only looked at his outward outlook, like the age, and they didn't think he had anything to offer. Because in our mind, we have these, I would say, obstructions that we've put for ourselves, where we think, if I don't make it by this age, then I'm done. Like, we already retired in our minds. We don't want to believe that we can actually aspire and accomplish a ton of stuff even at an older age. We all believe that if you didn't make it in your 20s, then you wasted your whole entire life. If you didn't make it in your 30s, like, you don't even have a future. Not only that, if you didn't make it by your 40s, like, you are done. Which for me, I feel like that's a lie. Think of it like, in reality, you don't even start living until you reach a certain age, because between your teen years and your mid-20s, that's when you're starting to live your life. Like, that's when you're actually discovering who you are, and that's when you're able to go out there into the world and start learning more about what's out there. Because most of us, between the age of, let's say, since we were born to when we are like 18, 19, most of us live with our parents. We haven't even experienced how life is out there. Some of us are actually forced by circumstance to be grown-ups at an early age, depending on what your upbringing was or the circumstance that you encounter while you're growing. So what am I saying? When you think about the phrase that I just said, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time to plant it is today. That tells me that every single day you have another chance to re-strategize. You have another chance to work on your dream. You have another chance to start afresh and relaunch yourself. You have another chance to become the best version of yourself. Why am I saying this? I'm just saying this to encourage you who's giving up on your dreams. I'm saying this to encourage you who you feel like you are at a dead end, like you don't even know where to turn to or where to head in this road called life, because you're not where people thought you'd be. When you look at your friends, when you look at your surrounding, people accomplishing all these great things, but when you look at yourself, you haven't even made a stride. So the question you should ask yourself is, what am I doing wrong that's preventing me from stepping into the next level of my life? Once you evaluate yourself, and once you figure out if it's people around you that are blocking you from your blessing or preventing you from becoming better, or maybe it's the circumstance that you're in and you need to change your surrounding to be able to achieve and accomplish all the goals, to be able to step into the next level. Once you figure out what's preventing you from doing that, then believe me, you have an opportunity to restart or redefine yourself and kickstart a new life or a new path in your life. So that quote like got me for real, because I felt like, you know what, it's never too late. Because if you start today, if you plant that seed of growth, if you plant that seed of change in your life today, if you plant that seed of accomplishing your dreams and aspiration today, guess what? 365 days from today, you're gonna be on a different level. 2 years down the line, you're gonna be on a different level compared to where you are today. So the secret of growth, the secret of becoming a better version of yourself is deciding once and for all, I'm cutting off all this BS, and I'm gonna step up and do what's right. I'm gonna step up and be the best version of myself. I'm gonna step up and accomplish all these goals and aspirations that I've set for myself. If anything, you'd rather fail while you're learning, because then you'll be in a better position to understand the path that you took compared to someone who never took the risk. When you decide to do something, sometimes I know we have the fear of what's going to happen. Oh, my life is not stable right now. I need to make sure I have the right finances to do it. So we always, anytime we start putting barriers and obstacles in front of ourselves, that tells me it's fear that's actually blocking us from accomplishing our goals and desires. And the best thing we can do for ourselves, if we really love ourselves or if you really value yourself, is you have to be bold enough to call out all these obstacles, all these, I'll say, things that you're setting up for yourself. Call them out as they are. Just tell yourself, I know I'm afraid or scared to make the next move, but you know what? I'm still gonna do it regardless of the fear. I'm still gonna take that step because there might be something great for me on the other side of fear. There might be something amazing for me on the other side of fear. And if I start today, that means in the next few years, I'll be on a different level compared to where I am. So just be reminded that if you didn't make those moves 20 years ago, it's never too late. If you haven't accomplished the goals that you set out to accomplish at the beginning of the year, don't beat yourself up. Like, you still have more time ahead of you, but the best thing you can do for yourself right now is restart the process. Reset the whole plan, reset the whole goal, and come up with a strategy that's going to enable you to accomplish the goals that you have. Because if you didn't do it since the beginning of the year and we're in the fourth quarter, that means something is not adding up. So you need to change. You need to change the strategy and the plans that you're working on and kickstart that initiative today. So it's never too late. It's only gonna count when you take the initiative to kickstart that. But if you don't, then most definitely your dreams and visions are gone, like they're dead and buried. But if you remind yourself that the second best time to plant a tree is today, and you wholeheartedly put your heart into it, put all your strength, your vision and aspirations to work on it, I guarantee you, you're gonna see results 5 years down the line, 1 year down the line, a month down the line. So it's all in your mind. It's what you decide to do. A car can only move once it's in motion. Like once you put it into motion and you drive it, that's the only time it's gonna be able to move in the direction you want to take it. But as long as it's at a stop and nothing is happening, there's nothing that's gonna move that car from the location that's in. So what do I mean? If you just stay in one place and you're not working on your craft, you're not working on your visions and dreams and aspirations, then trust me, you're not gonna grow spiritually, mentally, and even physically. If you want the good things in life, you have to push yourself to be able to get to the next level. If you want the good things in your marriage, in your relationship, in your family, in your business, in your spiritual life, you have to step out of your comfort zone and work on your weaknesses. Work on the things that are actually holding you down, and keep on pushing, believing that even in your hardest time, you're gonna come out of that season and accomplish great things. So be encouraged. I know I'm not the only one who's ever been in that position. It's a lot of us out there where you feel like you're stuck. You don't even know what direction you should take. You're trying to choose a career path because before the pandemic you're working in this career field, but now after the way things are, you're trying to re-strategize and think of what's the next path that really works for you, like what's really your passion or vision in life. So you want to venture out into a new field and you're scared because you don't know what awaits you. What I would say is, I'd rather take a step of faith and move forward in the direction that my heart or my intuition is showing me, instead of just staying in a comfort area or in my comfort zone and not fulfilling or accomplishing anything. So just remember that saying or that quote that I just mentioned, that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time to do it is now. Take the initiative right now. Today is the day that you can turn your life around. Today is the day where you can say, I'm done with all these excuses. I'm done with complaining. I'm done with putting myself down and not believing in myself. And I am ready to start afresh. I am ready to rewrite my legacy or my vision in life. I'm ready to rewrite my story and step up to become the best version of myself. I'll keep on hammering this topic. Like every single day, you have to push yourself to become the best version of yourself. That's the only way you'll be able to grow. That's the only way you'll be able to change. Don't be complacent. Like you have to push yourself even when you don't feel like doing it. You have to mentally, spiritually, and physically engage yourself in things that are actually going to make you a better version of yourself. So always remember that. So don't settle for less. You're meant for greatness. And remember, the second best time to plant a tree is today. So if you didn't do all the things you always wanted to accomplish before, or if you're not able to accomplish your desire, your goals, and your visions in life before, don't regret it. At least you have a clean slate today to start afresh. If you woke up and you're breathing, then you have another chance to become a better version of yourself. So just remember, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time to do it is today. It's never too late. It's never too late to work on yourself. It's never too late to work on your vision. It's never too late to step into the next level of your life. As long as you're persistent, as long as you're working hard, as long as you believe that you're going to be able to accomplish it, then I trust and believe that you're going to become the best version of yourself and your life is going to change for the better. So just think about that. Continue believing in yourself and in your vision and dream, and things are going to work out for the better. As always, I'm your host, Joe Chege. Hope to see you guys soon. And most definitely, before I even forget, I just want to thank every single one of you for your likes, every single one of you for sharing the other episodes, for liking and reviewing. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love that you guys are showing. And for those who haven't had an opportunity to do that, click the link in the bio, subscribe to the channel. For those on listening on Spotify and Apple and other podcast platforms, remember to leave a review. And most definitely, if the message is empowering to you, you can share it with your friends and family. And until next time, see you guys. Peace, and I'm out.
Ownership and greatness.